If we talk that about the ribosome, that is our today's topic. So as you guys all know, in the previous video we have discussed about the endoplasm reticulum, which was the organelle in the cytoplasm. Now, what is ribosome? Ribosome is the organelle. Okay, this is also called the protein factory. Why? Because the protein basically synthesized through the ribosome. Okay, ribosome is basically the granules like structure because of the they are having the some kind of pores in their body. Okay, and they are basically rough as well as spherical like structure, rough and spherical circle like structure, and they are granular. Okay, which means pores like structure. Okay, if we talk about the ribosome, so this is non-membrane bounded organelle. If we talk about the endoplasm reticulum, that was membrane bound. This is the non-membrane bounded organelle. Okay, so this basically found in both eukaryotes plus prokaryotes, both. Okay, if there is a eukaryotes, so the ribosome is larger in the eukaryotes, which is 80s. And if you talk about the prokaryotes, they are having the smaller, you can say ribosome as compared to the eukaryotes, they are having 70s. What is S? S is the Svedberg unit. Okay, so if we talk about that, this ribosome is only seen under the electron microscope. Okay, so this ribosome is made up of the RNA plus protein. RNA plus protein, so we are both calling that as a ribonucleoprotein. The ribosome is made up of ribonucleoprotein. RNA we are having 40%, and if we talk about the protein, this is like 60% in the ribosome. Okay, so if we talk about the where the ribosome present, so this is basically present, this is the nucleus and the fluid is called the nucleolus. So here the basically the ribosome basically present, and here we are having the nucleopore. So through nucleopore, the ribosome basically come outside to the cytoplasm through the nucleopore. Okay, so if we talk about in eukaryotic cell, so this the ribosome basically attached with the rough endoplasm reticulum. As you guys all know, in the difference I told you guys that the in rough endoplasm reticulum, the ribosome are there. That's why the rough endoplasm was called as a granulated, which were pores like. So through which it move, you can say that in the cytoplasm, like from the nuclear, you can say the nucleopore, and that is attached with the and rough endoplasm reticulum, and they are basically freely dispersed to the cytoplasm. Okay, if we talk about the prokaryotes, so in prokaryotes the ribosome is basically present in the matrix of the mitochondria. What is matrix? That is the fluid, and mitochondria is the organelle. The organelle fluid is called the mitochondria. As you guys all know, this is also the you can say that the organelle in the prokaryotes, as well as this is present in the stroma of the chloroplast. In chloroplast, and we are having the fluid like stroma. This is called stroma. So in prokaryote, in chloroplast, which is the organelle, so there the you can say that ribosome basically found. Okay, if we talk about the eukaryotes ribosome, so they are basically composed of two units. One is a larger one unit, larger, which is 60s, and is that for, and second one is a smaller one, which is 40s. 40s, and the larger one we are calling it a dome shape, and this we are calling it a cap shape. Cap shape. Both join, they are form ATS. Why? Because of they are having the between there is the magnesium bond. Okay, so that's why we are calling that as a ATS, because when the two subunit attach, they are forming ATS. Okay, so this attachment is basically just because of the magnesium ions. Okay, so from RNA we are have we are having the phosphate group, and from protein the amino acid. So they both basically join, okay, and they are formed the, you can say, the magnesium bond. Magnesium bond. Okay, so this is was the magnesium bond, or you can say that the salt bond. Okay, so these both, you can say that, having a different function. So this both basically involved in the, you can say that, the synthesis of the protein. Protein basically synthesized through the ribosome. In the first point I said this is the protein factory. Okay. Next we are having that the, this is basically yeah, one more thing, that there are many ribosome basically attached to the messenger RNA. Messenger RNA is having many, you can say, more than one, you can say, the ribosome are basically attached. Okay, so the chain of the many ribosome, the chain of many ribosome is there, so that we are calling as a, you can say that, they which are making the polypeptide, which is the protein bond. So polypeptide bond, so they basically have produced the polypeptide bond. So there are many, like you can say, that chains occur of many ribosome, we are calling that as a polysome. Polysome, which poly means many and zome means body, which means there are the many chains of the, you can say, the ribosome, that we are calling as the polysome or polyribosome. Okay, so this was the ribosome. In the next video we will be discussing the next organelle, that is the Golgi complex.